Brian said hi.
I'll do the short version. Okay. Right, listen, waiting world. I've got my antiviral hat on, which protects me from bugs from outer space. I say viruses from outer space. Coronavirus. You know the sun has a corona. You probably knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the glowing patches round the.
It doesn't make any sense.
Sam's probably had corona.
Ionized something or other.
It doesn't make any sense
Gas
to me.
ions all the way around.
Okay.
That's called a corona. But it's nothing to do with the coronavirus. Anyway, Harry was lazy. We knew that because we've heard it before. Harry was lazy, and although he had nothing else to do but do the goats, he was so lazy he thought the goats was too much hard work. For a long time, he thought about it, but then he thought, I know. You remember what he did? He married Fat Katrina out of the village. And he went to the mum and dad and said, can I marry your fat, ugly daughter? They said, well, that's not the normal approach one would normally make. You'd normally say, your beautiful daughter is so lovely that I want to marry her. You come to us and said, please, can I marry your fat, ugly daughter? But it's true, she was fat and ugly, but she was a good worker. And she also had a goat. So Harry thought, being a lazy fellow, he thought, I can get her, take my goat out with her goat. Because everybody knows in a marriage relationship, the bloke can tell the lady what to do and she has to do it. So it works. Anyway, the dad immediately agreed because Fat Katrina, whenever she was at home, she ate all the Mars bars and all the cheese and all the sausages and there was nothing for anything else.
I'm back.
So they agreed, and soon enough they were married. And one day she said to him, this business with the goats is hard work. You know, I take the goats up to the mountains and they're always trying to find a gap in the hedge, or they're always trying to squeeze into the neighbour's garden, or they're always eating the bark off the young trees, or they're always giving us that milk which we don't really want. It just comes out of the tongue. So why don't we see if the neighbour next door will swap our goats, swap them and give us a beehive instead. And then when the bees come and go, we don't have to put them on a lead and take them for a walk like we do with the goats. In return, we'll get lovely, delicious honey. And they did that, and they were very successful. And at the end of the summer, they had a whole pitcher full of honey, which they put on the high shelf over the bed. Bloody stupid, if you ask me. What a stupid place to put a pitcher of honey. I would put it right at the back of the kitchen side. Anyway, Harry said to Fat Katrina, I've just had a thought. Supposing in the night a mouse gets up and sips all the honey, or supposing something else goes wrong with it. So we'll keep this hazel stick next to the bed, and then if any creature comes in the night. Last night, I was sitting in the old swimming pool there, and a badger came and sniffed all round the bird table. And when I looked up, he looked up at me, and I looked up at he, and we both looked up at each other, and his eyesight met my eyesight, and he knew I was there, and I knew he was there.
Yeah, we get the point.
And then he ran away.
Oh.
He thought, what is this strange creature rising from the deep? And it was Grandad!
Of course it's Grandad. It's Grandad. All the time.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm interested. Can you hear those budgies? Hello, Budge. Yes, it's story time.
I don't know. I'm trying to eat.
Anyway, Fat Katrina thought she heard a noise, So she got the stick and said, if there's somebody in there stealing our honey, I'm going to wallop him round the ear roll with this hazel stick. And actually, it could be somebody's name. That'd be quite a nice name, wouldn't it? Just a thought. Yeah. And she reached out her arm to strike at the phantom visitor, who might have been the Slender Man, something like that, or some spooky invisible guy. And she knocked the pitcher down. The pitcher struck against the wall and fell down in fragments, and the fine honey streamed down on the ground. There lie the goose and the young goslings, said Harry, and want no looking after. But it's lucky that the pitcher did not fall on my head. We have all reason to be satisfied with our lot. And then as he saw that there was still some honey in one of the fragments, he stretched out his hand for it and said quite gaily, "The remains, my wife, we will still eat with relish, and we will rest a little after the fright we have had. What matters? If we do get up a little later, the day is always long enough." "Yes," answered Trina, "we shall always get to the end of it at the proper time. But the snail was once asked to a wedding and set out to go. Instead, it arrived at the christening. In front of the house, it fell over the fence and said, 'Speed does no good.'" Now, you might find it hard to believe, but that's the end of that story. And that makes no sense whatsoever. I like that kind of story. Tomorrow, we shall have
That's
another
good.
one. Now I
Yay.
will take off my viral helmet, and that concludes the story. And I would like a round of applause, please.
Okay.
Yay! See you later, Mashed Potato.
Whoa, Millie, what have you done?